Does this look familiar to you? Well, Tommy, who's behind the camera, would be shedding a huge tear if this were actually our Diamond Jubilee Mark V, but it's not. It's a parts car that belongs to our friend Jake, who's one of the guys here from the Denver Lincoln Club, and he is actually being kind enough to sell us some parts for our car. So we're gonna get, come on with me, we're gonna get, check it out. This right here, which we need because ours is badly rusted through. I think we're gonna get a door, we're gonna get some panels, and we're gonna actually start fixing our car and bringing it back to life, which I am so excited about because it's been way too long since we worked on the Diamond in the Rough. But before we do that, you know what? Let's take a look at Jake's car collection because he's got some really beautiful and classic Lincolns that I think you'll be interested in, and that is coming up right now in the Fast Lane car. All right, Jacob, behind me is something that's very painful for me to look at. It's the Lincoln Continental, it's Mark V, Diamond Jubilee Edition, the same color as ours, the baby blue color, except this bad boy is, yeah, well, you can see what it is.
Yeah.
But you are being kind enough to give us the parts that we need to bring ours back to life. So tell me, where'd you get this guy?
I got it out of Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Just a little bit southeast of Oklahoma City.
All right. And how many miles did it have when you got it?
About 64,000.
And why didn't you fix it? Why did you part it out?
Cost-benefit analysis.
Yeah.
Too much money to go into it, and I'd probably get the same amount back out.
So it was just more expedient to actually part it out than to try to repair. What was wrong with it?
It ran good.
Yeah.
Really, the only problem was that it needed basically a cosmetic restoration.
Yeah, which is expensive.
Yeah.
As we're finding out. But you're kind enough to give us some parts to make it a little bit more economical, so to speak. So tell me, why are you into it? What is it about these cars that fascinates you? Why Lincoln Continentals, and specifically the Marks?
I just always grew up around Marks.
Yeah.
My dad had them. He had a 4 and a 6, and I guess when you grow up around Lincoln Continentals, that's all you want.
So you're kind of an expert because you've got a whole bunch. Maybe you can show us around your place and show us some of the ones that you have after this. But what I'm kind of curious in is, when are these things going to become like really collectible? When are they going to go up in value? You know, there's that graph, right, where a car starts out and it just becomes used, and then eventually it starts to come back up again. When is that going to happen? Because these guys aren't very expensive.
No. When you get the low mileage ones and certain editions like the Bill Blasses, you know, those people ask a lot of money for, and they are gaining in value.
But 10K, maybe
around 12, 13.
Okay, all right, so 12. That's still not. Yeah. That's still not like, you know. That's still used car money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're.
So what? 10 more years? How long do we got to wait?
How about this? A good couple parts and some movies, and prices will skyrocket.
That's right. We need like a Thelma and Louise movie where somebody gets back in this car, right? Wow. Feel light in here?
Just those little ones.
So this is, what year is this?
This is a 1982 Continental Mark V, or Mark 6, sorry.
Mark 6, yeah?
Yeah. Signature series.
What's Sambos? That's your plate.
It's for our dog Sammy.
Okay, all right. I thought there was some other story behind it. It's in really good shape. How many miles?
58,000 miles.
That's brand new, man.
Brand
new. Yeah. And you seem to like those kind of the 70s and 80s. That seems to be your thing.
Well, I mean, the 60s basically was just the suicide doors.
Right, yeah. Those are the ones that from Entourage, right? Everybody knows those. Yeah, you were talking about movies. Let's keep going. Let's look at the other ones you got. The coolest one is I think it's your, what is it, the 50s, 52?
56.
56, yeah. So this is the 56, right?
Yes.
That's beautiful. That is just a rolling bit of sculpture. It really is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and you put your hands around it, especially when you're waxing it, you can really tell the design of it on how human hands really did design it.
Yeah.
Versus just computer design, angle.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause, well, I mean, they still use clay today, right, to design cars, but it's all done by CAD, and then they build it out in clay. But here, you can really tell that they had their hands on the clay, right? And really did a great job. Now, let's look at this one. What's this one over here?
1979 Lincoln Continental Collector Series Mark V.
Okay, so that's very similar to ours, except a little bit younger, right? But otherwise, it's very similar.
Yeah, basically it's what took over the Diamond Jubilee series the next year.
Yep.
So
that's what became the Diamond Jubilee.
Yeah. And then the Signature Series Mark VIs is what took over that.
And then the one kind of lurking in the background over there. Let's go over there, Tommy.
This is 1976 Continental Mark IV Designer Edition Givenchy.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. So I know Ford, especially Lincoln in the day, had agreements with a lot of designers, right? Bill Blass, Givenchy, to actually do the interiors and kind of give them that kind of bespoke feel, right? That kind of handmade feel. And so, are those designer editions more valuable?
It depends which one. It seems Bill Blass. In the 76 years, Bill Blass is the more sought after one.
Right.
Givenchy is kind of a little bit more on the fringe.
And there was one other designer, wasn't there?
Pucci and Cartier.
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
Yeah. The Cartier seem to always just stay with a more bland color.
Yeah.
And then Pucci, Givenchy, Bill Blass tried to go more for the more weird color schemes.
Yeah.
But.
And so what year, here's the last question. What year do they actually have a spare tire and the vestigial hump, you know?
56 and 57.
Those were the last years where there was actually a real tire back there.
Yeah, it was designed to actually have the tire back there.
The trunk on that one?
Yeah.
Can we see? Yeah, let's see. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, it was designed to actually have a spare tire in there versus all the other ones where there's no way you could actually have a spare tire.
Yeah, they were just cosmetic.
Yeah.
I love that guy too. Oh, there you go, yeah. So you can see right there. You can see that it put the spare tire right in there. Perfect. I wonder why they went away from there. Probably because if you have a spare tire here and you're trying to load stuff into the trunk, it's a little cumbersome.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good amount of trunk space, but then once you put that tire in, then you're kind of even more limited.
I love this. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. That is just such a nice little piece of engineering, you know, just where style meets substance in a way, because it actually does something, right? It covers up the keyhole. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Can you get these guys if you're missing one? Can you go, you know?
I think you still can.
Yeah, but it'd be hard, right?
I think there's a guy that may have Mark II Enterprises.
Okay. And I also love, you know, this is a big thing, but I love when the exhaust comes out the bumper. It's such a cool look. Well, especially when you think about, you know, the classic American car brands. So you look at Cadillac, right, and you look at Lincoln, and right now, certainly Lincoln is lost in the woods, right? They're rebranding Fords, basically. Yeah. And it shows, right? It's like they don't have the budget to actually come up with a completely original platform, and they are coming up with interesting design, but like their new push button transmission, right? That's something that harkens back to the day, right? It's not new, it's not original.
I test drove a brand new MKS or MKZ.
Yeah.
And you know, when you press it, it feels like crappy plastic.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the other thing is, you know, MKS, MKZ, right? You really want to have names that speak of cars that are world class, right? Not three letters stuck together.
Yeah.
Right? You want to have something that's like Lincoln Continental. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4, right? That says this is a car that's been in development. It's got pedigree, it's got provenance. What does MKZ mean?
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to go with the MK nomenclature. I think it was just to try to get people saying, hey, it's a mark.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah. I know, and you know, Cadillac has kind of gone a different way. They're chasing the Germans, and yet
and they've done it really well.
Yeah, but it's not selling. So, you know, the two best-selling cars in the Cadillac stable are the Escalade and the SRX, another 3-letter, right? And those are both crossovers or SUVs. Really what's happened is the new American luxury car is an American SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no longer this, right? Which is a shame. It's no longer this.
But I mean, paying 75, 80 grand for them.
Oh, heck yeah. You're lucky.
And when you get into them, and it's not a quality feel that you get with them anymore. You know, it used to be when you paid more money, you could feel it, you know?
Yeah.
It's just you don't pay more money to go from a GMC to a Cadillac.
So here's the irony of the whole thing, right? Like, these cars had this incredible highway ride where they would just glide across the highway, right? Because we've got long roads, right? To get from here in Denver to Phoenix, you basically make like 3 right turns and a left turn and you're in Phoenix, right? You can't do that in Europe. And so our cars were designed for these long American interstates to some extent. And the Raptor back there right now has basically the kind of ride that this had, right?
Well, actually, the ride in this really isn't bad.
No, it's not bad. I'm saying that's got that kind of floaty, you're going down the highway like you own it ride. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because the European luxury cars are much more Nuremberg worthy.
Yeah.
Right? They're not softly sprung, they're hard. And
yeah, where you're supposed to actually feel the road and feel everything versus the roads, you're not supposed to feel the road.
Right.
You make a left turn, the road turns.
Yep. Really cool. Thank you very much for sharing your collection.
Oh yeah, no
us.
problem.
And thank you very much for the parts.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Because, you know, we finally have some office space where we'll be actually able to use the warehouse space that comes with it to actually start working on the car. So we're super excited to get that series going again because, you know, it's been too long.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm here with the Lincoln here at Pep Boys out in Wheat Ridge, and I'm here to get the tires changed because these current ones are 1,000,000 years old and in very poor condition, and it's just not safe to drive on them. So I don't think they're gonna let me film inside the actual shop, so here's just a sneak preview of what we've got going on right now. I mean, and as you can see, they're just shot and ruined. And this one over here is actually it's a BFG that our mechanic Charlie put on when it exploded in his shop. So after a rather pleasant 2.5-hour wait at the local Pep Boys, our tires are done. Here they are, by a company called Cornell. Luckily they're white walls, which is great, and hopefully they will keep us going for another 23,000 miles. Now the thing about this new version of a Diamond in a Rough is we're really going to try to keep a tight budget. So these tires, including installation, cost $341. $341 for all 4 in installation, and 2.5 hours at a Pep Boys, which was rather unfortunate. But stay tuned for more Diamond in the Rough. We'll be sure to have some more exciting episodes where we get this beauty back on the road and in great condition. See you next time.